Hi, and welcome to the Distinguished Twins podcast. I'm Kane.
Professor Anderson here.
All right, and we are back for our 9th episode. We took last week off because we were busy with family things.
Yeah.
Even a little tired. We had a lot of other things going on, but we felt like it was a good time to take a little rest anyway after doing 8 straight.
Yeah.
So we're back.
That was our bye week.
That was our bye week, exactly.
Yeah. We're back in it. Season back on.
For the athletes, you understand.
There you go.
The season back on.
There you go.
I like that one.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. So, we'll be taking periodic breaks when we're doing this, but we will continue to stay consistent as well.
Yeah, right? Absolutely. Yeah.
So, anywho, today we want to just come to you guys. This won't be a long show. We want to just come and touch on, it's the holiday season.
Yeah.
A lot of people feeling good. It's good energy. We just wanted to touch on a couple topics that are relevant right now to everybody.
Yeah.
And the first topic is human trafficking.
Oh my goodness.
Human trafficking. Hi. What do you? Obviously, you see a lot of headlines on it. You name it. How do you feel about that when you hear that term?
It's of course, being a father.
Yeah. Very good.
It's scary. I'm definitely a lot more cautious of the surroundings of wherever I may, take my children. Even with my daughter, dropping her off at school. Because sometimes, I'll hang on the phone with her until she's actually completely there.
Yep.
Because, you never know who's watching, where they are, what type of schemes that people have set up to try to lure, children or just women in general into their web. So for me, it's a scary topic because you see a lot of these stories coming out and you see a lot of different faces behind it. You see men, women, all different races.
Like you cannot pinpoint who the culprit is.
You can't. Everybody, and the sad part is, ever since the inception of this country, the value of life it doesn't supersede the value of a dollar
across the board.
Across the board, and I think that's one of the ills of capitalism that a lot of people like to talk about in this country.
Yes.
I mean, we can go into mass incarceration.
Yes.
Because some would even say that that's somewhat analogous to human trafficking.
Absolutely.
So, but with that being said, like I said, it's a dark term, really it is. Yeah. So, I mean, when I think about it, again, it's scary, and I hate to see it happening on such a high level.
Yes.
But I think, of course, it's something that's always gone on.
Yes.
But, of course, we're in the age of information, age of the internet, so it has a lot more exposure. So, for me, hopefully we can get a handle on it. But, I mean, it's sad to say, you hear the whispers that, it's a lot of powerful people involved, a lot of people, So, it's like you just never know. You never know.
I understand, man. It's a, great point because I was thinking from a standpoint of not even family-wise. I have 2 sons, obviously, and I have nieces and obviously nephews, but the women are the main targets of this human trafficking.
Yes. Disproportionately, absolutely.
Disproportionately, absolutely. Because you understand what they're being used for. Their bodies are being used.
Yes, sir.
And it's, as a man, this comes down to today, obviously, if women are being targeted, this is, a byproduct of patriarchy, right?
Bottom line, absolutely.
And so, as a man, what I understand is, and my brother as well, we understand that women are not less than men. We understand that 100%.
Absolutely.
And with patriarchy, it's a system.
Yes, it is.
It's a global system. I understand as a male that I've done nothing to build this system.
There we go.
But the system exists.
Yes.
And it doesn't work without men oppressing women.
Bottom line.
Or treating them as second-class citizens.
Yes.
Or beneath them or less than. However you want to,
Subservient, absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
But as a man, we are responsible for helping to dismantle these systems.
Bottom line.
If you don't believe in human trafficking and women are being targeted, and you're a man, you're in a public place.
Yeah.
You can be, I don't care if it's at night, you're in a parking lot, you see a woman walking to her car. Don't be a creep because you might scare her.
Right.
But make sure that she makes it to her car,
There
right?
we go. Be mindful, yes.
Be mindful because I understand that, people talk about gender roles and, there's across the board, whatever you want to identify as.
Yeah.
I am still of the belief that men are supposed to protect.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Definitely believe that.
Because I can't see, me being targeted in the human trafficking ring.
Yeah, I can't.
Not saying that I won't.
Right.
But what can they do with me?
Yeah, the likelihood of it is very slim compared to any woman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna, I'm the type where it's like you're not gonna get me to work.
Negative.
No.
I'm
not gonna
Ain't happening.
It's not happening, man.
No.
So as men, we are responsible for this patriarchy.
Yes, we are.
So we are responsible to protect women.
Yeah.
Especially children.
Yeah, absolutely.
How?
Yeah.
And then you got obviously where you've seen with these taxi services, that are, picking people up, then they start making the wrong turns.
Oh my God.
Women being frightened, all these different things. It shouldn't be this way.
It shouldn't.
But it's here.
Yeah.
And we have to do our part in helping to dismantle it once again.
And if we don't, we're complicit in it.
Absolutely.
Bottom line.
Exactly.
We have to perpetuate this system.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when it comes to patriarchy and you understand why human trafficking is able to thrive, if we're targeting women and we know what they're being used for, then who are the people taking advantage of these women?
Yeah. Exactly.
Men.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they believe that these women are not worth, their life isn't worth the life of a man.
Bottom line. Yeah.
So,
I mean, I think that it's beautiful to have that ability to acknowledge that male privilege.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing, like when you have those privileges, a lot of people, because you've always had them, you really don't see them.
Yes.
They're kind of dormant, right, in your life. And so it's like you don't notice them until maybe you're called out on it or what have you.
Yep.
Even to the point that you just made, you see a woman walking to her car. I don't worry about walking to my car at night.
Absolutely.
But women have to worry about working out at night.
Yes.
Going to the, going outside, period.
Going for a run.
Right?
Like you'll see women who might go run in the morning, right?
Yeah.
The wintertime comes, even though it's cold, it's still darker for longer, right?
Yes.
The sun doesn't come up as fast.
Exactly.
So then they don't even get to go out and run because they're afraid.
Yes.
That's sad.
It is.
It shouldn't be that way.
No.
But it is.
It is.
And we have to do our part to help dismantle this and protect and stand up for women because a lot of these women can't defend themselves against a man.
Yeah. I mean, and bottom line, and it's not to say that some women can't protect themselves.
Yes.
But I think even for, the additional gadgets that women are offered as far as mace, as far as tasers.
Handguns.
Things like that. Yeah. Me personally, from all of the footage that I've ever seen, I've never seen a woman walking through a taser. But I've seen plenty of men being tasered and they're still walking towards law enforcement officers.
Yes, exactly.
And so, sometimes even those things can't be enough.
Yes.
But again, I think an extra set of eyes,
Yep.
Maybe by, helpful, just really responsible men
Yes.
Who may be in the vicinity. I think that's something that, again, that men need to step up and actually take on that role. That's just, of course, it's just my opinion. Your
and
opinion.
also,
Yes,
you see women who are complicit in this human trafficking as well.
I mean, that's a sad thing,
right? Because that woman, it could be you.
It could be
or
you.
your daughter.
And that's the sad thing, again, we live in a society where, money is just so...
Everything can be bought.
Everything can be bought. And that's
everything
sad.
You can touch.
That's sad.
It can be bought.
Even things you can't touch can be bought.
Absolutely, yes.
There are literally, I think a couple companies over somewhere in like Northern European area.
Yeah.
They sell jars of air.
Yes, to China, right?
Yeah, I mean,
like I saw where the Chinese would buy because they're all the manufacturing is so polluted. That's insane, man. That is insane.
It is.
I saw that.
I mean, you sell air.
Air. That's ridiculous.
I mean, I've always been one of the mind that I think water should be free.
Absolutely.
70-some-odd% of the earth is water, but we sell it.
We sell it.
I just don't.
And then as people, we sit around and it's okay. You know, like we don't realize as people the power we have.
We don't.
We literally let our, you know, for instance, with say with the laws, with citations, with speeding, you know, for moving violations.
Yes.
A $400 fine for a lower class citizen.
Oh,
that's steep. That's substantial. Even middle class, you like,
yes.
Right?
Yes.
I got it. But the upper class,
it's nothing.
That's nothing.
That's not a drop in the bucket.
That's not a drop in the bucket. It's a $400 fine. They're like, okay, whatever, you know, and they keep it moving.
Yeah.
But across the board, you get the same amount.
Yes.
But then we as the people, we still sit and we accept it.
Oh my gosh.
When you're paying the people that made the law,
yes.
Then you're paying the people who are enforcing the law.
Yes.
But you won't say, hey, lower the fine for these citations.
Yes.
What does it prove that you get charged more? Like, where are the numbers showing that because the citation is higher, people don't speed more?
I've always asked people, show me the statistics. Show me the statistics on,
please,
you know, those speeding fines being effective.
Thank you.
Show me because
it's extortion.
Yes, it is. I want to see a reduction in accidents.
Exactly.
I mean, because that's what it's all about, right?
Exactly. But I can understand school zones.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know,
crosswalks. And, you know,
but they literally set up speed traps.
Yes.
In these communities, and they don't even bat an eye. Like
they don't.
Come on, man. But
we kind of deviated, but
absolutely. You know, we always gonna deviate.
No doubt.
But, you know, with the human trafficking, obviously, women also have a role in, you know, looking out for other women.
Period.
Children. Come on, man. Keep your kids close to you.
Yes.
Men and women, obviously.
Yeah.
But just keep your kids close, just like you say, you watching, because it scares me. I have nieces and nephews.
Yes.
And that's scary, man. And I think about my boys going out. I'm like, come on, man. Like, Lord, man.
That's rough.
But let's just be mindful of that.
Yeah.
And also, another topic that I was thinking about, you know, with this podcast, my brother and I, we talked for a while on the things that, you know, we wanted to discuss. And we understand, you know, I think me, myself, I'm very much into business.
Extremely.
Right? And so I know what's popular, you know, what's catchy,
right?
You know, what people are more apt to watch, and I understand that, you know, the foolish things, you know, always joking, talking nonsense, that's always going to get more attention. Immediately.
Yes.
And when we took this approach, it was, you have to understand the people that are watching you.
Yeah.
You cannot, you know, just because it's just like with music. I understand, and when it comes to rap, you know, these executives almost force you to rap about things that are going to be bad for the minds of, you know, the children in these communities.
Yes.
You know, in order to make a dollar. But you have to be mindful of the impact that you have, you know, on the people that are watching. My niece, my nephew, they watch this. And I don't care if we impact 10 people.
Period.
We want to set a standard.
Yes.
You know, a way, because when it comes to the foolishness, when it comes to our life experiences, we've been on that other side as well. We can talk about that.
Come on now.
But I don't want to profit and glorify those things because it's not good for these children. They see these things and now they're going to perpetuate these same things. And when do we change?
Right.
Because I can understand if our communities were in great shape and thriving and, you know, we had these answers, but when do we change the narrative? Anything.
Yeah.
But we continue to, it's the same things over and over again.
Yeah.
To your demise.
I agree. I mean, I think that, you know, a lot of, and of course, you'll get that narrative that, well, people are just rapping about their life experience. Well, I don't recall seeing 90 some odd percent of these rappers owning Bentleys. And, you know, owning all of this high name brand and all this stuff. Yes. I don't recall that.
No.
You know, that's not how you grew up.
No.
You know, and really, it's not really how you're living right now. You know, because a lot of people will, you know, unveil the truth, right? Yes. And so when you really pay attention to it, you know, again, as you stated, you continue to perpetuate the same story.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's not impactful. I'm not saying that it's not relevant, that your story is one of triumph, right? You know, perseverance, resiliency. Not saying that. But we have how many stories of that? You know, growing up in, you know, this type of environment, this neighborhood where, you know, drugs were rampant, where crime is rampant, where you had to overcome that. Totally get it. But that's not the only story that African Americans have. Sorry.
Thank you.
You know, hip hop, rap, that's our industry.
Yes.
Period. I don't care what anybody says. It's been dominated by us.
Obviously birthed.
Okay, bottom line, right? And so when you pay attention, when hip hop first came out, it was actually a good message.
Absolutely.
It was just a good vibe, good rhythm. You know, you're dancing, you know.
You spreading that positivity because we were oppressed.
Yes.
Right?
And they understood the influence of the music.
Yes.
And the influence of the messages that they had to share. But now, you know, again, it's so heavy on the sadness of what we go through.
Yeah.
I mean, bottom line, and it's like, if we start to, in my opinion, if we start to give our kids a better message, you know, then we may see a shift in, you know, what we see going on in our communities. You know, I'll never forget whenever the Mike Brown situation happened in Ferguson, Missouri, and J. Cole was out there with, you know, the community members. And I'll never forget it. Someone caught a recording of him. It's not as popular as I would like for it to be, but I remember he said, man, if we change the narrative, if we change the message in the music, it wouldn't even be like this. And when he said that, it was just like, wow.
Striking,
right? You know, here's somebody who was highly successful in the hip-hop industry, but he doesn't rap about a lot of that stuff.
No.
You know, he's just a transparent dude.
Yep.
He raps about his life, right? But he's not going to talk about all the bad stuff, per se, that he may have gone through. Because, you know, bottom line is when you're born in this country as an African American, I can show you statistically how as an African American you're already behind. Period. You're born with a disadvantage as soon as you come out the womb, and so you have to work to get ahead. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, again, but when you look at the messages that you're perpetuating, you have to understand that you are a role model, whether you want to be or not.
I don't care if it's to one person.
I don't care if it's to one person.
Especially if you have children. What are you doing?
What are you doing? It's, again, you know, like you said, most people would prefer to laugh. You know, and it's nothing wrong with wanting to laugh. I mean, because, you know, this life is serious.
Absolutely.
You know, and I would certainly say that in American society today, you know, again, most employee-to-employer relationships are abusive, right? And so, you know, in America today, I would certainly liken the status, especially of the lower class, to slavery.
Yes.
And don't get me wrong, not the chattel slavery of, you know, the physical violence that was inflicted upon.
The torture.
The torture, absolutely, that was inflicted upon, you know, our ancestors, right? Yes. And so, but during the days of slavery, you worked, you were given just enough food to survive.
Yes.
You know, you lived on the premises, you know, so you could make it to work.
Yep.
You had clothing, you know, you had enough. And, you know, your entertainment was on a Sunday, right?
Yep.
You were really a part of the entertainment most of the time, being dehumanized, you know, and mutilated. But you could go to church or whatever, you know. You got to get that religion in you because we got to keep you.
Yep.
We have to keep you docile.
Yes.
We have to keep you compliant
Yep.
to our system. But if you look at the average American today, you make enough money to pay your bills. You know, you have a car note. You got to be able to make it to work. You know what I mean? You have just enough food to where you got enough energy to make it back to work. but you're working constantly, you know, and we always were opposed to the whole idea that, oh, it's Friday, yes.
Yeah.
You know, but we've been in a more privileged position that we can acknowledge that every day is important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so when a Friday comes, we don't care.
No.
We're still in the house.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not out partying and all that stuff. We just kind of chilling. You know what I mean? So, because every day, it's another day to get better.
That's it.
That's another day. A lot of people always say we took life very seriously.
Yeah. and you know, with that, it's like, you know, like you say, we might just sit down. It's a chance for us to exhale, but then also think about the things that we care about outside of a corporate structure.
True.
Right? You know, you get a chance to breathe. Obviously, the kids don't have to go to school, so you can think about your nonprofit.
Yes.
Right? You can think,
True.
You know, I'm working on a business plan as we speak, right?
Very beautiful business plan.
Right?
Yes,
you know what
yes.
I mean? And it's like, no, that's what, you know, that downtime, you know, I believe should be used for.
Yeah.
You know, for us.
Absolutely.
And there's nothing wrong with anybody going out and having a good time. Not at all.
all.
Like, please do, because
You have to.
Yes.
You have to have that mental escape.
yes,
You have to.
It's like, you know, with your time, just, you know, especially for the young kids, don't think it should always be about drinking and drugging.
Come on now.
You know,
I mean, if you got 52 weekends, how about 26 of those you spend it working on your goals?
thank you.
And the other 26 having fun, if that's what you want to do.
You nailed it.
Just saying.
Dang, 2 weekends out of a month.
I'm just saying.
Work on your goals.
Work on your goals.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you can probably help to escape certain situations.
Exactly.
But at the same time, again, you know, this country, again, capitalism doesn't work without a lower class. There has to be exploitation of a lower class, which is why I just wish a lot of people understood that when, you know, there's a cry for $15, right? Yeah. But inflation will set in.
Yep.
And the price of everything will go up.
Yep, there you go.
And there's no way that this country can survive without a lower class.
Exactly.
It can't. Not the way that it's been structured. Not for the elite to remain and their you know their solo groups, whatever the case is. But I think that when you really think about it, you know, and I always ask my students, what would the American military be without a lower class?
That poverty is their number one recruiter.
Bottom line. And it's
How
just
many
a flat
rich
out truth.
people send their children to the military?
How many rich people send their
And
children
they're
to
the ones who
military?
push the narrative of, I love this country, I'm a patriot, blah, blah,
I
blah.
support the troops. And don't get me wrong, I support the troops.
Absolutely.
I
definitely
the
support
individuals.
Yeah, the individuals. Yep.
But I don't know. I don't subscribe to this narrative that, you know, when people say they're fighting for your freedom.
Yes.
I look at a country like Norway.
Yeah.
What is their military like? Where are they fighting?
Exactly.
They seem to live a good life.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, who's
Exactly.
fighting for their freedom?
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? And,
Yeah.
and again, to defend, I was always of the mind, if you're defending something, aren't you in your own territory?
Yeah. Aren't you setting up a wall and, you know.
And defending.
Yeah.
But I don't think that you defend by going on other soil,
Yes.
taking resources.
No.
But, you know, a lot of people don't want to do that thinking and don't want to actually look at it for what it is.
Yeah. Like, let's just be real about it.
Yeah, let's be candid.
Right. And it's like, you know, once again, it's like, I definitely support the individuals, but it's like, how many, just like with sports, how we say, you don't have to, you know, put your children through that physical,
Yeah.
you know, abuse.
Yeah.
Okay. Especially when science has proven, you know, the bad that can be caused.
Yes.
You know, to your brain or your body or you name it. Right.
Yes.
It's like you don't have to put them through that, because I'll ask you this: how many owners prepare their kids to play,
To go through that physical abuse.
or do they prepare their kids to own the team?
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying, and ask them why.
Yeah.
That they see firsthand how, you know, dangerous it is.
Yes.
They're not going to put their children through it,
No, sir.
but they don't mind if your children go through it.
No.
Like, come on, man. It's, you know, but hey,
That's capitalism.
yeah, absolutely. But even with that being said, when we talking about sports,
What?
the college football.
I know. Yeah, it's
You know a little bit more than me at this point. So who's
it's an exciting time of the year.
yeah,
Yeah.
So who's in the playoff today if they start?
I mean, you know Ohio State is in, you know LSU is in, you know Clemson is in. There's only 4 teams that can make it.
Right.
Now that 4th spot is up in the air.
Okay.
If Georgia beats LSU, they're in. They have to be
absolutely
in because Georgia's ranked 4. I don't know how you drop after being the number 2 team because it's the SEC championship today, conference championship. So if they win, they're in. But if LSU beats Georgia, the chances are is the winner of the Big 12 championship between Oklahoma and Baylor.
Yes.
They get in.
Yes.
So I'm hoping Jalen Hurts can get in. Hope Oklahoma can get in.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy. I'm sorry. I'm very happy that Utah lost to Oregon last night.
Okay.
I understand that, the Pac-12 is, I think the playoff has been going on 6 years. This will be the 4th year that they won't be represented in the playoff by conference or whatever. But I don't think that they're a very strong conference.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I think there's plenty of talent.
Absolutely.
But I heard, the head coach of Oregon talking about how, conference championships should be taken a lot more, seriously and be considered much more. But I think he's absolutely wrong. Of course, you're going to lobby for your team to get in.
Yeah.
But to go through the Pac-12 and to go through the SEC, totally different. Totally different animal.
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, Alabama should be in.
Yep.
Sorry.
Just say it.
Bottom line, because they go through a very rigorous conference year in, year out, and they prevail.
Yep.
So I don't really want to hear the whole, well, it should be taken more seriously.
I mean, if that's the case,
you lost
East Side,
yeah,
East St. Louis Flyers.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That
state championship.
Football championship.
Football.
Basketball
championship.
Men's basketball. Men's basketball. Men's track.
And women's track.
In fact, track and field.
Track and field. That's 4 championships.
4.
That's 4 state championships in 1 year for East St. Louis Flyers.
Man.
That's
incredible.
Incredible.
And I would love to see that transfer also to academic competitions and so on and so forth, because our community in East St. Louis is much more talented than the physical.
Yes.
Mentally, there's a cerebral prowess that exists as well.
Yes.
And I would love to see that, exposed.
Yes, exactly.
Down there as well.
And put on a pedestal.
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, if the physical, it's called the City of Champions.
Come on now.
And plenty of champions come out of it.
Plenty.
But that in itself is just, that speaks for itself.
Yes.
4 championships.
Gosh.
Out of the state of Illinois. That's a big, big state.
Yes, it is.
And I know football-wise, they had 7 of the top 100 players in the state.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That says a lot.
That's balling. Yeah. But, congratulations to them, man. We definitely support, sports.
Yes.
We just don't want that to be the main focus, because it's been the main focus.
There are other avenues.
Yes. And, when you think about, the communities and, when you want to have shifts and changes, we need that same, effort put into, like you say, education, academics, even politics for those communities.
Absolutely. I mean, when you look at W.E.B. Du Bois,
yes,
he talked very heavily, extensively about the college-bred community. And even, this is back in the early 1900s, that, like 1901, and he strongly believed in the fact that, he's the first African-American to ever earn a PhD from Harvard, right? And so he believed in that college-bred community. Like he said, we can't compete unless we have a strong emphasis on college,
yes,
as a people. And again, nobody can convince me, nobody has been able to convince me that college isn't important.
Exactly.
Nobody has been able to convince me of that. Yeah. Now, you can say there's biasness in it,
yes,
or I can say I've seen what it's done for myself and for my family.
Yes.
So, I mean, whatever it may be, right?
Yeah.
And so, again, I think that college-bred community, and I would love to see many more students coming out of East St. Louis going to college, as opposed to just the athletes, because they're going on scholarships. But academic scholarships are a real thing. They are a real thing, and I would love to see a greater emphasis placed on academics and to see more East St. Louis children earning those academic scholarships. Because again, for my children, that's the only route that we're gonna go as academics, academic scholarships. Because again, I'm all about preserving health. Having gone through the physical, playing football and sports our entire lives, I would much prefer for my children to become adults, and then if they want to go ahead and destroy their bodies, that's on them. Yeah. But I won't be a part to it. I won't be complicit in them going out there and destroying their bodies, because I think it's unnecessary. Yeah. If you ever see the All the Smoke podcast with Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes, they made such a compelling point when they talked about how AAU for boys has picked up, and girls. And now basketball is not a seasonal thing; it's year round. Yes. And so they made a great point, and they started, hitting you with facts of all of these first round draft picks. First overall picks in the NBA draft, and how many of them have knee problems, and those knee problems did not start to come about until AAU started to gain much more popularity, and these kids have been playing year round since whatever age. Yep. And now once they hit the NBA, that intensity picks up even more, and then they have those lower body problems. Yes. They have hip problems, foot problems, knee problems, you name it. And so we have to know how to pace our children. Yeah. But when it comes to the mental, that brain is beautiful. Hey, listen, it's forever growing.
I was working with a kid this past year. Okay. I don't really do a lot of training anymore, but buddy of mine, B. Rando, of ours, his son, he's a top 10 freshman in the country. Wow. Yeah, according to ESPN.
What sport?
Basketball.
Okay.
And as you're speaking about that, I was just talking to the kid yesterday. Mm-hmm. What's he complaining about? Knees. His knees. And he's dealing with osteoarthritis, how we dealt with it as well. And I just keep telling him, just work through it. But the kid don't stop.
Yeah, right.
He played basketball over and over. He nice. Yeah. And I saw a couple clips that he sent me, where he, baked somebody. They fell, fell on the floor, and then he pulled up. And,
okay.
Yeah, he nice with it now.
Wet ball.
Yeah, he nice, but that's good. But it's like he complaining about his knees, and I'm just like, because you touched on that. It's like, how do you tell them to slow down?
Yeah, how?
That's where the bar has been set.
Yes.
You're expected to play year round.
Yes, you are.
How did you get that ranking, right?
Exactly.
From continuing to go. But it's like, I don't know how if your body will catch up.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. But I did some strengthening, with them. And, man, it's funny. He could barely touch the net, but now he's dunking.
And
look,
it's not surprising, though. Heck of a trainer right here. Best trainer I've ever encountered. That's just flat out true. But he got me right. He got me to run it a 4-2.
We did that. That was something slight, but no, just to touch on that, it was just crazy because he works hard, and but back to just focusing on the academics, because and this is one of the last points I'll make. The people who sit and stress to you that college doesn't matter. You don't have to go, right?
Yes.
They'll be the first ones to stand up and tell everybody that so-and-so got a football scholarship to this school.
Yes.
They'll be the first ones to tell you that.
Yeah.
A football scholarship.
Yes.
Where are they going? To college.
To college. Wow, yeah.
So, and you know how it is in the hood.
Boom.
So-and-so.
Yeah.
He got a scholarship.
Yeah.
He good. Don't touch him.
Don't touch him.
Don't touch him. Why?
Yeah.
He doing something with his life. Just like Boys in the Hood with Ricky, right?
They like,
nah, he going to college, whatever. So you off limits.
Bottom line.
But what if all of our kids are going to school?
Come on now.
What if they all going to college? Does that mean they all off limits?
They should be.
Because now
regardless,
right?
Sheesh, yeah.
But you know how it is, right?
Yes,
in the streets. Because if you get out there and play, right, you're putting yourself at risk.
Yeah.
Because now kids are being killed in these streets, and women
and what happens though is, and the sad part is, sometimes there's a selfish motive in it.
Yes.
He good. Don't touch him.
Yes.
Because he can go off, make some money, come back and help the hood.
Thank you.
Right?
Exactly.
And so it's that, but again, that value of life should be much higher. But again, it's, as we already touched on in a lot of my research, as you already know.
Absolutely.
It's
deep.
It's deep. You know, it's deeply rooted. And we got some things in store, you know, to
for sure.
help
to help combat.
Yes, sir.
You know it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Man, I swear, obviously we can talk all day about this, but we're going to wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Like I said, today will be a short one.
Yeah, man.
You know, we want to say hi to, you know, Santana, Mia, everybody who continue to watch and support.
Yeah.
We love you. We'll continue to, once again, this is what we're going to do. We're going to try to bring positivity, information, and hopefully, you know, we can get more conversation from the viewers, the listeners. You know, we want to have that dialogue, you know, and we'd like for people to, you know, share their opinions on, you know, the human trafficking and, you know, obviously the experiences that they've had with, you know, scares with, you know, people maybe following them or you know, things like that. So,
I mean, trust your intuition.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, you're not crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not crazy.
If you sense danger, you sense danger.
Yeah.
Protect yourself.
I mean, that's something that we're born with. We're gifted with that.
Yes.
Roughly about 80% of human thoughts are quote unquote negative.
Yeah.
We think from a safety standpoint. We always have since the beginning of time. And so your instincts are not failing you. So if you feel something isn't right, protect yourself.
Protect
Safe
yourself.
And sorry, right?
Find, you know, a safe place.
Yeah.
Find someone as a female, you know, if you're in a public place, you know, you should be able to go up to a male and say, hey, this guy's following me.
Boom.
And as a man, you should be willing to let her walk with you.
Yeah.
Or, you know, somehow bring some attention to, you know, to let this person know that, hey, we know, you know, you're following this person. And if they're not, then they'll just leave, you know.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, if they're guilty, then, you know, you'll see them try to defend themselves, right?
Bottom line.
Right.
Bottom line.
But yeah, we should, you know, just be mindful of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you to everybody who keeps supporting.
Seriously.
We'll continue to do it.
Yeah.
And anything else you want to say, sir?
No, I mean, it's, you know, as you always say, man, thank you for everyone who watches, who tunes in for, it's like we're picking up followers on every social media platform daily. Thank you for those of you who do continue to support everything that we do have going on with the show. I'm excited about the future episodes of the show. I mean, we're definitely, you know, going to throw some more wrinkles in.
Yes.
So definitely excited. You know, the holiday season, hopefully everybody is feeling a bit jovial, you know, enjoying, you know, what comes with it. And again, you know, love one another, support one another. Just place that value on human life. You know, it doesn't matter about the material things.
Yeah.
That's really what I have to say.
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Seriously, that whole, you know, material thing, you know, just let that go, man. If you can get that out of your mind and just value human life.
Come on now.
Value the people around you that care about you.
Yeah.
You know, because you just don't want to be that one that continue to show love when people continue to leave this earth, you know.
Yeah.
You know, just show love while people are here, right?
Come on now. Give them the flowers.
Give them the flowers.
Yes, sir.
While they can smell them. But
yes,
sir. With that being said, we love you.
Love you.
Thank you. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.